Beloved friends, let us gather our thoughts today around a theme that challenges our very nature. Never tell people what you do. In a world that thrives on self-promotion and accolades, we are called to embrace a different path, one that values humility and selflessness. True humility is not about belittling ourselves. Rather, it is recognizing the divine hand at work in our lives, allowing our actions to speak volumes without the need for our voices to shout them out. Living in true humility requires a daily commitment to examine our motives. Are we seeking to uplift others, or are we driven by a desire for personal recognition? This self-reflection becomes a guiding light, illuminating our intentions and encouraging us to act with sincerity. When we serve without ulterior motives, we align our hearts with the principles of love and grace. This alignment transforms our actions from mere duties into acts of worship, reflecting the character of Christ in all we do. Moreover, true humility allows us to embrace our weaknesses and limitations. In a society that often glorifies strength and success, admitting our vulnerabilities can feel counterintuitive. Yet it is in acknowledging our shortcomings that we invite grace into our lives. This acceptance opens the door for growth, enabling us to learn from our mistakes and rely on the strength of others. In doing so, we cultivate a spirit of cooperation and mutual support, recognizing that we are not called to walk this journey alone. In the face of criticism or opposition, humility serves as a protective shield. Instead of becoming defensive or combative, we can choose to respond with grace. A humble heart acknowledges the possibility of growth in every critique, transforming what could be a moment of conflict into an opportunity for development. By embracing feedback with an open mind, we cultivate resilience and adaptability, essential qualities for personal and spiritual growth. Additionally, true humility leads us to serve those who are marginalized and in need. When we strip away the facade of superiority, we are free to extend a helping hand to those who may feel invisible or overlooked. This selfless service embodies the essence of Christ's love and compassion, demonstrating that we are called to uplift the downtrodden and offer hope to the hopeless. In doing so, we reflect the heart of God, who came not to be served, but to serve. As we navigate the complexities of life, it is crucial to remember that true humility is a lifelong journey. It requires constant vigilance and a willingness to grow. We will stumble and falter, but each misstep can become a lesson in humility if we choose to learn from it. The pursuit of humility is not an endpoint, but a continual process of surrendering our desires for recognition and status and embracing the beauty of a life lived in service to others. Ultimately, true humility is a powerful witness to the world. In a culture that often celebrates self-promotion and ego, humility stands out as a beacon of light. It challenges societal norms, inviting others to see the beauty in servitude and love. By embodying true humility, we not only enhance our relationships and enrich our lives, but also invite others to experience the transformative power of grace. In this way, humility becomes a profound testament to the love and character of the one who calls us to live as his representatives in this world. Selflessness is a profound virtue that transcends mere acts of kindness. It is a way of life that places the needs and well-being of others above one's own desires and ambitions. In a world often driven by individualism and self-interest, cultivating a spirit of selflessness can feel like swimming against the current. Yet true selflessness emerges from a heart that recognizes the interconnectedness of humanity. It acknowledges that our lives are not merely our own, but are woven into the fabric of community, where each thread is vital to the whole. This understanding fosters compassion, encouraging us to act in ways that uplift and empower those around us. At the core of selflessness is the willingness to put aside our own preferences for the benefit of others. It calls us to consider the needs of family, friends, and even strangers, allowing us to respond with grace and generosity. This does not mean neglecting our own well-being. Rather, it invites us to cultivate a balanced perspective where our fulfillment is found in the joy of giving. When we prioritize the needs of others, we often discover a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment in our own lives, as we reflect the love and compassion of a greater source. Selflessness is demonstrated through acts of service, both big and small. These acts do not require grand gestures. They can be as simple as lending a listening ear, offering a helping hand, or providing encouragement during difficult times. Each small act of selflessness adds to a larger narrative of love and kindness, creating ripples of positive change in our communities. As we engage in these acts, we develop a deeper awareness of the struggles faced by others, nurturing empathy that fuels our desire to serve. Moreover, selflessness fosters strong and meaningful relationships. When we approach our interactions with a genuine desire to understand and support others, we build trust and connection. People feel valued and heard when we listen actively and respond with compassion. This willingness to put others first creates a safe space for vulnerability, where authentic relationships can flourish. In this environment, love and mutual respect thrive, enriching our lives and those of the people we encounter. In the face of adversity, selflessness shines brightly. It calls us to rise above our own challenges and extend kindness to those who may be suffering even more. This spirit of selflessness can transform moments of hardship into opportunities for growth and connection. When we support others in their struggles, we create bonds that transcend individual pain, fostering a sense of community that uplifts us all. This shared journey through adversity reminds us that we are never alone. Together, we can navigate the storms of life with grace and resilience. Selflessness also challenges the pursuit of material wealth and success. In a society that often equates self-worth with personal achievements and possessions, true selflessness redirects our focus. It invites us to seek fulfillment through meaningful connections and the positive impact we can have on others' lives. This shift in perspective can lead to a more profound sense of happiness, as we discover that our value lies not in what we accumulate, but in how we contribute to the well-being of those around us. Additionally, selflessness opens our hearts to the needs of our communities. It encourages us to look beyond our immediate circles and engage with the broader world. Whether it is volunteering for local charities, advocating for social justice, or simply standing up for those who cannot speak for themselves, selflessness empowers us to make a difference. By embracing this virtue, we become agents of change, influencing those around us to act with compassion and care. In our journey towards selflessness, we must remember that it is a continual practice, not a one-time achievement. Each day presents new opportunities to choose selflessness over selfishness. It requires intentionality and commitment to cultivate this mindset in our hearts and minds. As we strive for selflessness, we will inevitably face challenges that test our resolve. Yet, through perseverance and faith, we can grow in this virtue, transforming our lives and the lives of others. Ultimately, selflessness is a reflection of the love and grace that we have received. It invites us to mirror the very essence of compassion that has been shown to us. As we embody selflessness, we become vessels of hope, encouragement, and light in a world that often feels dark and divided. By prioritizing the well-being of others, we not only enrich our own lives, but also fulfill our calling to love one another deeply. In this beautiful dance of giving and receiving, we discover the true meaning of community purpose and connection, leaving a lasting legacy of love for generations to come. Divine approval is a concept that speaks to the heart of our spiritual journey, guiding us in how we live, serve, and interact with others. In a world often preoccupied with human validation, the pursuit of divine approval invites us to seek a deeper, more meaningful affirmation of our worth. It reminds us that our true value comes not from accolades, titles, or material achievements, but from our relationship with the Creator. Understanding and embracing divine approval enables us to navigate life with purpose, integrity, and a profound sense of belonging. At its core, divine approval stems from the understanding that we are created in the image of God, imbued with inherent worth and dignity. This foundational truth establishes the basis for our self-esteem, allowing us to approach life not with arrogance, but with confidence in our identity as beloved children of God. It liberates us from the relentless pursuit of external validation, as we come to realize that we are already accepted and cherished just as we are. This acceptance allows us to engage with the world from a place of security, fostering an environment where we can genuinely care for others without the need for recognition. Moreover, divine approval nurtures a spirit of humility. As we recognize that our accomplishments are not solely the result of our efforts but are gifts from God, we are less inclined to boast or seek recognition for ourselves. This humility becomes a powerful antidote to the pride that often accompanies success. Instead of viewing ourselves as superior to others, we cultivate a mindset of gratitude, acknowledging the contributions and efforts of those around us. In this humility, we create an environment of encouragement and support, fostering a community that values collaboration over competition. The assurance of divine approval also provides us with strength in times of adversity. When faced with challenges, doubts, or criticisms, we can find solace in the knowledge that we are accepted and loved unconditionally. This understanding serves as a sturdy foundation upon which we can build resilience. Rather than allowing the opinions of others to shake our confidence, we can lean into our relationship with God, drawing strength from the assurance that our worth is not contingent upon external circumstances. This internal strength empowers us to persevere, knowing that we are supported by a love that never fails. In addition, divine approval encourages us to live authentically. When we are rooted in our identity as children of God, we can embrace our uniqueness and authenticity without fear. This freedom allows us to express our gifts and talents without the burden of comparison or competition. We can celebrate our individuality while also appreciating the diverse expressions of God's creativity in others. This authenticity fosters deeper connections as we engage with those around us in genuine ways, free from the masks that often accompany societal expectations. The implications of seeking divine approval extend beyond our personal lives. They shape the communities we inhabit. When individuals prioritize divine approval over human validation, the collective spirit shifts toward one of grace and acceptance. This transformation fosters environments where individuals feel valued and empowered to contribute their unique gifts. Communities rooted in the pursuit of divine approval become spaces of love, support, and encouragement, reflecting the heart of God in tangible ways. This communal support uplifts everyone, creating a culture that celebrates growth, service, and genuine connection. Silent witness refers to the profound impact of being present in the lives of others without necessarily speaking a word. This concept embodies the idea that our actions, demeanor, and even our quiet support can convey messages far more powerful than words. In a world often characterized by noise and distraction, the ability to serve as a silent witness becomes a vital expression of empathy, understanding, and compassion. Those who embody this principle remind us that sometimes the most significant influence we can have comes from simply being there for others, offering a steady presence in times of joy and sorrow. At its core, being a silent witness means creating a space where others feel safe and valued. It involves actively listening and observing without the pressure of offering advice or solutions. In moments of grief, confusion, or uncertainty, the mere act of being present can bring comfort to those who are suffering. This quiet companionship demonstrates that we recognize their pain and are willing to share the burden, even if silently. Such gestures foster a deep sense of connection, affirming that they are not alone in their struggles. Moreover, the role of the silent witness emphasizes the importance of nonverbal communication. Our body language, facial expressions, and attentive demeanor often convey understanding and support more eloquently than spoken words. A gentle nod, a warm smile, or a comforting touch can communicate volumes, expressing empathy and solidarity. In a world where many feel unheard, being a silent witness allows us to convey our support without imposing our views or judgments. This authentic presence cultivates trust, enabling others to open up at their own pace. The power of the silent witness also extends to our interactions in everyday life. In moments of celebration or joy, being a silent witness means rejoicing alongside others without seeking the spotlight for ourselves. It's about sharing in their happiness, allowing their achievements to shine without overshadowing them. This selfless approach fosters an environment where individuals feel encouraged to pursue their passions and share their victories, knowing they have the support of those around them. The silent witness celebrates others' successes, reinforcing the notion that joy multiplies when shared. Furthermore, being a silent witness is an invitation to reflect on our own lives and the impact we have on those around us. It encourages us to consider how our presence or absence affects others. This awareness prompts us to cultivate a spirit of mindfulness, ensuring that we show up authentically for our loved ones and our communities. By being intentional in our interactions, we can create a supportive atmosphere that encourages growth, healing, and connection. In times of conflict or distress, the silent witness assumes a critical role. Rather than jumping into the fray with words or opinions, they offer a calming presence that can diffuse tension. By choosing silence over escalation, the witness embodies patience and understanding, allowing for space to process emotions. This approach often leads to more constructive dialogues, as it encourages reflection rather than reactive responses. In this way, the silent witness becomes a facilitator of peace, paving the way for healing and resolution. Additionally, the silent witness can be a powerful advocate for those who may not have a voice. By standing beside the marginalized or voiceless, they draw attention to injustices and issues that require action. This silent solidarity can provoke thought and inspire change, demonstrating that support does not always have to be loud to be effective. In many cases, the quiet strength of a witness can amplify the voices of those who have been overlooked or ignored, allowing their stories to be heard and validated. The journey of a silent witness is not always easy. It often requires vulnerability and strength. It necessitates an openness to experience the full spectrum of human emotion, from joy to sorrow, without retreating from discomfort. This commitment to being present, even in challenging times, fosters resilience and emotional depth. As we embrace the role of the silent witness, we learn to navigate the complexities of life with grace, offering our support to others while also allowing ourselves to be transformed by these experiences. Ultimately, the essence of being a silent witness lies in our ability to create meaningful connections through presence and empathy. In a world where voices often compete for attention, the quiet strength of a witness can serve as a beacon of hope and comfort. By embodying this principle, we foster environments where individuals feel seen, heard, and valued. In a society that often equates worth with noise and achievement, the silent witness reminds us that sometimes the most profound impact comes from simply being there, sharing the journey of life with others in a spirit of love and compassion. Through our silent witness, we contribute to a tapestry of connection that enriches the lives of those around us, creating a legacy of understanding and support that transcends words. Avoiding boastfulness is a vital principle that resonates deeply within our personal and communal lives. It calls for a conscious effort to recognize our achievements and strengths without succumbing to the temptation to brag or seek undue recognition. Boastfulness often stems from a desire for validation or affirmation, leading individuals to inflate their accomplishments or diminish the contributions of others. By embracing humility and fostering a spirit of modesty, we not only cultivate stronger relationships, but also create an environment where genuine collaboration and support thrive. At its essence, avoiding boastfulness begins with self-awareness. It requires an honest evaluation of our motivations and the words we choose to share with others. When we acknowledge our successes, we must ask ourselves, are we seeking to elevate ourselves or simply sharing our journey? This introspection helps us strike a balance between celebrating our achievements and maintaining an attitude of humility. By understanding the fine line between sharing and boasting, we can communicate our experiences in a way that inspires and encourages others rather than provoking envy or resentment. Furthermore, avoiding boastfulness encourages us to cultivate a spirit of gratitude. Recognizing that our achievements are often the result of collaboration, support, and opportunities provided by others allows us to adopt a more grounded perspective. We are reminded that no accomplishment exists in a vacuum. Behind every success lies a network of support and guidance. By acknowledging the contributions of others and expressing gratitude, we foster a culture of appreciation that reinforces the idea that success is a collective endeavor rather than a solitary achievement. In addition, the practice of humility leads to deeper connections with others. When we choose to avoid boastfulness, we create space for authentic dialogue and vulnerability. People are drawn to those who exhibit humility, as they feel safe sharing their experiences without fear of judgment or competition. This openness cultivates trust and encourages individuals to share their own journeys, fostering a sense of camaraderie that enriches our relationships. As we engage with others in this way, we strengthen our bonds and create a community rooted in mutual support and understanding. Moreover, avoiding boastfulness aligns with the greater principle of serving others. When we prioritize the needs and achievements of those around us, we shift our focus from self-centeredness to a mindset of service. This perspective allows us to celebrate the successes of others, recognizing their hard work and dedication. By actively promoting the accomplishments of our peers, we contribute to a culture of encouragement that lifts everyone, rather than competing for the spotlight. In doing so, we cultivate an environment where individuals feel valued and supported, enhancing the overall spirit of collaboration. Furthermore, avoiding boastfulness enhances our credibility and integrity. When we communicate our achievements modestly, we are more likely to be respected and trusted by others. People tend to gravitate towards those who exhibit humility, as they are seen as genuine and relatable. This authenticity fosters a sense of loyalty and admiration, positioning us as role models rather than competitors. By demonstrating humility in our accomplishments, we encourage others to do the same, creating a ripple effect that reinforces a culture of modesty and appreciation. Additionally, it is essential to recognize that avoiding boastfulness does not mean diminishing our self-worth or accomplishments. Instead, it invites us to celebrate our achievements in a way that is respectful and grounded. We can share our successes with joy while remaining aware of the context in which we do so. This approach allows us to take pride in our hard work without overshadowing the contributions of others. By adopting a mindset of celebration rather than competition, we enrich our lives and the lives of those around us. Moreover, cultivating humility in our achievements prepares us to navigate challenges with grace. When we remain grounded and avoid boastfulness, we are better equipped to handle setbacks or criticisms. Rather than becoming defensive or discouraged, we can approach difficulties with a sense of perspective, acknowledging that our worth is not solely tied to our successes. This resilience fosters a growth mindset, enabling us to learn from our experiences and emerge stronger. In this way, humility serves as a protective shield, safeguarding us against the pitfalls of pride and insecurity. In conclusion, avoiding boastfulness is not merely a personal choice, it is a vital principle that influences our relationships and community dynamics. By fostering self-awareness, gratitude, and a spirit of service, we cultivate deeper connections and contribute to a culture of support. Humility enhances our credibility, prepares us for challenges, and positions us as positive role models for others. As we embrace this principle, we create an atmosphere where achievements are celebrated collectively, and everyone has the opportunity to flourish in their unique way. Ultimately, avoiding boastfulness leads to a richer, more meaningful existence that honors both our individual journeys and the journeys of those around us. At its core, stewardship begins with the understanding that our gifts are not solely for our benefit. They are entrusted to us for a purpose greater than ourselves. Recognizing this fundamental truth shifts our perspective from one of ownership to one of responsibility. When we acknowledge that our talents, time, and resources are gifts from a higher power or the universe, we become more mindful of how we choose to use them. This realization cultivates a sense of humility, prompting us to consider the impact of our actions on those around us and the environment we inhabit. Moreover, stewardship of gifts encourages us to cultivate a spirit of gratitude. When we appreciate what we have, we are more inclined to share our resources with others. This gratitude fosters a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity, allowing us to see opportunities for generosity in our daily lives. Whether it is volunteering our time, sharing our skills, or providing financial support, an attitude of gratitude inspires us to be more proactive in our stewardship efforts. We begin to recognize the interconnectedness of our lives, understanding that our contributions can make a meaningful difference in the lives of others. In addition to environmental considerations, stewardship encompasses our relationships and interactions with others. The gifts of love, compassion, and kindness are invaluable and should be nurtured and shared generously. Building strong, supportive relationships with family, friends, and community members is a vital aspect of stewardship. When we invest in the well-being of others, we create a ripple effect that fosters positivity and connection. This investment in relationships enriches our lives and contributes to a sense of belonging and purpose within our communities. Moreover, stewardship is about using our gifts to empower others. By sharing our knowledge, skills, and experiences, we can uplift those around us and inspire them to reach their potential. Mentorship, coaching, and teaching are powerful forms of stewardship that extend beyond material contributions. When we invest in the growth and development of others, we create a legacy of empowerment that can transform lives. This commitment to lifting others up reflects the essence of stewardship, as it emphasizes the collective responsibility we share in nurturing the gifts of those around us. Stewardship of gifts also encourages lifelong learning and personal growth. As we navigate our journeys, we must remain open to learning and evolving. This commitment to self-improvement allows us to refine our gifts and expand our capacities to serve others. Embracing new experiences, seeking knowledge, and adapting to changing circumstances are all part of being an effective steward. By continuously developing ourselves, we enhance our ability to contribute meaningfully to our communities and maximize the impact of our gifts. Furthermore, the stewardship of gifts involves accountability. It is essential to hold ourselves responsible for how we utilize our resources and the consequences of our actions. This accountability extends to evaluating our progress, reflecting on our efforts, and making necessary adjustments. When we take ownership of our stewardship, we demonstrate integrity and commitment to our mission. This practice not only enhances our effectiveness but also fosters trust among those we serve, as they can see our dedication to responsible stewardship. Building authentic relationships is a fundamental aspect of our human experience, deeply rooted in connection, trust, and mutual respect. Authenticity is the cornerstone of any meaningful relationship, allowing individuals to be true to themselves and to others. In a world often characterized by superficial interactions and transient connections, the quest for authenticity becomes even more vital. By fostering genuine relationships, we cultivate a sense of belonging, support, and understanding that enriches our lives and enhances our overall well-being. Moreover, active listening is a crucial element in building authentic relationships. When we genuinely listen to others, we demonstrate that their thoughts and feelings matter. Active listening involves not just hearing the words spoken, but also understanding the emotions behind them. By giving our full attention and responding thoughtfully, we create a strong foundation of respect and understanding. This practice enhances communication and fosters a deeper emotional connection, allowing us to engage with others on a more meaningful level. In addition to listening, honesty plays a pivotal role in authentic relationships. Transparency in our words and actions builds trust and strengthens bonds. When we communicate openly, we eliminate misunderstandings and create a sense of security. Honesty fosters an environment where individuals feel comfortable expressing their needs and concerns, leading to healthier interactions. This commitment to truthfulness enhances the quality of our relationships and encourages others to be equally forthright, creating a cycle of authenticity. Another vital aspect of building authentic relationships is the willingness to accept and embrace differences. Every individual brings a unique perspective shaped by their experiences, values, and beliefs. By recognizing and appreciating these differences, we enrich our relationships and foster inclusivity. Embracing diversity encourages us to learn from one another, broadening our horizons and deepening our understanding of the world. This openness to differences enhances our connections as it nurtures respect and empathy, essential components of authenticity. Furthermore, showing appreciation and gratitude strengthens authentic relationships. Acknowledging the contributions and qualities of others fosters a positive atmosphere where individuals feel valued. Simple gestures of appreciation, such as expressing thanks or recognizing achievements, can have a profound impact. When we actively demonstrate gratitude, we reinforce the bonds we share and cultivate a sense of belonging. This practice encourages others to reciprocate, creating a culture of appreciation that enhances the depth of our relationships. In addition, mutual support is a cornerstone of authentic relationships. Being there for one another during times of need strengthens the emotional connection between individuals. Whether it's offering a listening ear, providing encouragement, or lending a helping hand, acts of support solidify trust and loyalty. When we invest in the well-being of others, we demonstrate that we genuinely care for their happiness and success. This reciprocity fosters a sense of partnership, deepening the emotional ties that bind us together. Moreover, setting healthy boundaries is essential in nurturing authentic relationships. While vulnerability and openness are crucial, it's equally important to protect our emotional well-being. Establishing boundaries ensures that both parties feel comfortable and respected in the relationship. Clear communication about personal limits allows individuals to navigate their interactions with confidence. This practice not only fosters a sense of security but also promotes mutual respect, enhancing the authenticity of the relationship. As we build authentic relationships, we must also embrace the journey of self-discovery. Understanding ourselves, our values, and our needs lays the foundation for meaningful connections with others. When we are self-aware, we can engage with others from a place of authenticity, expressing our true selves without pretense. This self-discovery allows us to identify the types of relationships that resonate with us, enabling us to invest our time and energy in connections that align with our authentic selves. Furthermore, patience and perseverance are vital in the process of building authentic relationships. Developing meaningful connections takes time and effort, and it often requires navigating challenges and misunderstandings. By demonstrating patience and a willingness to work through difficulties, we can strengthen our bonds. Authentic relationships are not immune to conflict. Instead, they provide opportunities for growth and deeper understanding. Embracing this journey allows us to emerge stronger, fostering resilience within our connections. Additionally, engaging in shared experiences fosters authentic relationships. Participating in activities, whether it be through hobbies, volunteer work, or shared interests, creates opportunities for bonding. These shared experiences allow individuals to connect on a deeper level, creating lasting memories and strengthening their ties. Engaging together in meaningful pursuits enhances the richness of the relationship, promoting a sense of unity and camaraderie that is essential for authenticity. In conclusion, building authentic relationships is a transformative journey that requires vulnerability, active listening, honesty, and appreciation. Embracing differences and demonstrating mutual support create a strong foundation for meaningful connections. By setting boundaries, engaging in self-discovery, and remaining patient, we foster relationships that are genuine and fulfilling. Through shared experiences and a commitment to authenticity, we enrich our lives and the lives of those around us, creating a tapestry of connections that nourishes our spirits and enhances our well-being. Ultimately, the pursuit of authentic relationships is a journey worth undertaking, for it leads us to deeper connections and a more profound sense of belonging in this world.